Art is not about speaking from the soul, the heart, whatever you call it. Art has nothing to do with that. Art is not expressing what we feel inside, that feeling right now, that you feel right now, all of that, how complex it is, and somehow putting it into words, or describing, well, I'll get to that. Art is not describing what you feel in your heart. It's about describing what you think you feel. The artist is an interpreter of his own mind, not the mind itself. It's an interpretation of the mind. Art isn't getting us anywhere closer to the truth. It's only what we think the truth is. What we think the truth is, not exactly what the truth exactly is. It could be connected, it could be, and that's when it comes into reality. One of the things, well, I'll get to that in a second. Remember reality. Hopefully I'll come to that. I think artists, and good art either describes our society and the way it is, describes the mind of the artist, and all the chaos and the organization, the feelings, thoughts, and everything else that goes into it. And it also describes reality, which is basically our relationship to this idea of what is reality and what is real. And okay, so there's that. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna connect it back to reality. I'm just trying to remember where I was saying about reality. I forget. I'll get back to it. Why not? The feeling in our mind right now is, I don't think an artist can possibly express it. It's too complex. It's a different thing in of itself. We try to understand what the feeling is, but it just is. That is reality. That's what it is. Reality is what you feel in your mind. There's an outside world and all that, but reality that you experience right now is what you feel in your mind. Everything is perception. Nothing. We never truly know the truth. We'll ever know the truth. It's just it's all perception. Art is just perception of ourselves, society, and our relationship to reality. Basically, those three things. And good art does that. And because this feeling in our mind is so complex, we would be the feeling if we could understand it, but we're not the feeling. It's us experiencing the feeling, not us exactly. It's a part of us, but it's not exactly us, the conscious self right now, the observer in you right now. No. So there's that. And but I was thinking about art. Art should entertain us too. Art can't. Art has to have some form of entertainment, or what's the point? It would be too dull to even. It has to entertain. It has to master its craft, whatever it's doing. Writing, movies, film is more appropriate for that. Let's say the movies. That and just plain art. Okay, I'm not even gonna go through all the same things. I'm sorry if I offended your form of art by not saying it, but I just thought those three things came to mind right away. So there's those three things, stuff like that. It has to entertain. It has to be the master craft within its own art form. That's entertainment, mastering and doing something original too. And yes, but I think Rebecca Black's Friday is art. It is art because I think there's a fourth, and in terms of art, I think there's a fourth thing. The idea of non-meaning, like emptiness, not necessarily non-meaning, just emptiness. Emptiness in our society, in ourselves. Emptiness in our search for the relationship between us and reality. Rebecca Black's Friday shows that emptiness. And some of these songs now that are pretty terrible can be art, because they're showing us how empty our culture is. So that's how it is art. It might not be entertaining, but at least it's art in the sense of showing us something relevant. And art that's actually neutral, that doesn't do anything, that's kind of just like you listen to it like, oh, that's the worst kind of art, because it's not showing anything. So Rebecca Black's Friday is probably better than most of the songs in your iPod, actually, because it shows something. And as much as we hate it, it's actually almost better that the song exists than it doesn't, because it's showing something. I can't, like, it. And people don't like to admit that. They just like to think things are just terrible because they sound bad. And that's true, it's terrible in that sense. And, but things like that are art. Even the music we have now is art. However terrible it is, some of it. And so, yeah, there's that too. I just don't think we can. I think we're just. We express what we think, not what we know. And then there's a second stage, which is trying to know everything that we think. But then we're trying to know, the third stage, know whether that even idea about what we just thought is even true to begin with. And then it doesn't just go like a line, it goes in all these different directions, like, is this the right philosophy for this exact search, for this truth? Is this everything I'm saying right now even a specific right path? I don't know, this thing is doing that. But, yeah. And so that's what I was just thinking about. Art. Art. I wonder if we've been anywhere closer to what is the truth. But I just don't think when we're going to the truth, we're going to the truth. Actually, we're going to one truth. We're getting closer to one of the truths. Like I was just giving an example, like all those things I said, those 4 things. Those are just specific ways to the truth. There's no such thing as the truth. We're going to one singular truth. Everything is leading to the truth. It's leading to a truth here, truth there, truth everywhere. And we might be close to this truth, and then we might be this close to that truth, that close to that truth. Like we're never like, when we think of everything in art that it's going towards a truth, it's not. It's going towards one truth of the truths. There are many truths that can be, and truths can be created too. So that's important to know too. Art creates truths, dilemmas, and all that too. It doesn't just answer what's already is. It creates more stuff. It's not answering things. It might be creating more than it actually answers, just as many stories do, and that's what everything is. So, okay, how am I gonna end this now? I think I'll just like go like so what? How do you think I should end this? Wait, shit, you're not there. Oh.